Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanandi Hare Ram Sankirtan ki Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Nidhai Gaur Premanandi Hare Krishna everyone. Nice to see you all back for this Gita Gyan.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.
Thanks for hearing Bhagavad Gita, purifying everyone of us, the speaker and the hearer. That's the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. It's purified the speaker as well as whoever hearing. Am I audible to everyone? Okay, thanks.
Yes, Prabhu. Very clear, Prabhu.
Okay, good. So we ISKCON Malaysia present Gita Gyan, level 2. So we seek mercy from Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. Guess which deity are from? Any guessing? This is from India or outside India? Any guess? Anybody like?
ISKCON?
No. We don't have Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman.
Outside India, Prabhu.
Yeah, where?
Bhakti Vedanta Mano, London.
Manor. Yeah, how you know? You've been there?
I know I used to see the darshan pictures.
Oh, okay, nice. You're sharing with your mother, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Shortly, sir, login.
Shortly, I'll log in through mine.
Okay. So yeah, Manor, Bhaktivedanta Manor, UK, United Kingdom. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Very big. This temple is donated by George Harrison, the Bhaktivedanta Manor. And this is Gonitai, also from Bhaktivedanta Manor, UK. And this Radha Gokulananda, also from Bhaktivedanta Manor, UK. Okay, let us all together pray. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyata Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. So we dedicate this presentation to Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, is founder of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So we are reading as Sija from the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Would you like to read, Prabhu? Tangavel Prabhu? Would you like to read?
Prabhu, Haribo, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Understanding of the Gita. Modern man has a struggle very hard to reach the moon, but he has not tried very hard to elevate himself spiritually. If one has 50 years of the life ahead of him, he should engage that brief time in the cultivating this practice of remembering the Supreme Personality Godhead. This practice is the devotional process.
Yes, yeah.
These 9 process of which is Sarvanam, hearing the Bhagavad Gita from the realized person will turn on the thought. Disappear, Mataji. Disappear. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Gita from the realized person will turn on the thought of the Supreme Being. This will be lead to remembering the Supreme Lord and will enable one open leaving the body to attain the spiritual body which is just fit for the association with the Supreme Lord.
Yeah.
Instruction of the Bhagavad Gita.
Introduction. Thanks, Prabhu. So very nicely Prabhupada explained here. Modern man is struggling. We are struggling hard to reach the moon, but he has not tried very hard to elevate himself spiritually, because when you are practice devotion service, you are able to go back home, back to Godhead easily. Is one of the engaged in devotion service, huh? So by process 9 process, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasivanam, all this, we're able to remembering Supreme Lord on giving to the body, attain the spiritual body, which is just fit for the association with the Supreme Lord. So we also seen the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Since the introduction, the previous subject, Bhagavad Gita is pertaining 5 subject matter. Ishvara, we know Krishna, the supreme controller. Jiva, the living entity. We have been controlled. We don't think we are controller. Actually, this is illusion. We think we went to the moon. We are into the, but we are none of that. We are done. We have never done that. So we have been controlled. Well, even some scientists says we can't even go outside the layer of the space, and we can't live there actually. You may have some equipments to support, but the Supreme Controller is controlling everything. So we are not the controller. We have been controlled by material nature, prakriti, kala, time, and karma. So all this very interesting, which is very, practically the science, they can't understand this. So we are in the devotional service, chapter 12. This chapter is the best chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes they say if someone the last stage of living body or in the funeral, they read chapter 2, chapter 8, and chapter 12. Chapter 12 is more on Bhakti Yoga, the process of devotion service. Chapter 8 is living the body, attaining the Supreme. And chapter 2 is, of course, a summary. This talks about the soul and body. This 3 chapters good for someone living the body. And the place where the funerals people are used to read. It's good to read the entire chapter, but in short we can read this. So we are in the chapter 11. We saw Krishna show Arjuna the universal form, isn't it? So Krishna showed 4-handed form and 2-handed form. So he want to do devotional service. So because Arjuna cannot accept, I mean, the universal form that will be seen, is now confused, is whether wanted to have his personal or impersonal. Now we are, after seeing this, Arjuna preferred to see in two-handed form of Lord. And then Krishna also mentioned impersonal and personal aspect of the Lord. So now Arjuna is confused whether worshipping in personal form or impersonal form is better. So Arjuna is at every one point he asking this question in this beginning verses. We can see 1 chapter 12 text 1. This is a revision from level 1. So Arjuna is asking again some clarification, asking from Krishna. Let's see what he is asking. We request Anjana Mataji, you like to read?
अर्जुन उवाच एवं स्थितयुक्ता ये भक्ताः सम्परिभासते ये चाप्यक्षरम् अव्यक्तं तेषां के योगमित्तमा.
Yeah.
Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?
The unmanifested. Okay, thanks, Mataji. So now Arjuna asking the personal aspect of the Lord or Brahman. You remember the impersonal Brahman? What is the impersonal Brahman? Anyone can say? What is impersonal Brahman? Krishna has two forms. One is personal form and impersonal form, isn't it? Last time we revised in the chapter, in the level 1. What is impersonal form? Anybody like to answer?
The energy of the Lord.
Energy is not energy exactly, but
The formless part of the formless being.
Yeah, impersonal aspect is Jyoti, the light, effulgent from the Lord. Yes, effulgent. Effulgent is Brahman created. You see the effulgent? Effulgent from the Lord. You see the aura here?
Yes, Prabhu.
Jyoti. This is called Jyoti, the effulgent of the Lord. That's called Brahman, impersonal Brahman. He's coming from the Lord. That's how we understand Vadanti Tattvadara Tattva Jnanam Advyayam Brahmaniti Paramaniti Bhagavaniti Sabdate. This absolute truth can be realized in the three aspects. One is Brahman, and the first aspect. You remember the train, the analogy we give, train, the light. First person, they saw the light, and then second person, he saw the body and the train and the platform. And then the last person one in understand on the Brahman, on the Bhagavan realization. So he was until the train comes to the station. So you enter into the train and you see the passenger and you see the driver, everything, the seat, everything he saw. So it's quite complete. He give a description of the train completely, but the other person, the first person, he was giving first description of the light only. But all is same. It's not same. It's all what you call, that's the descriptions, but one is complete, one is incomplete. So the Bhagavan description of the Lord is complete form. The impersonal is unmanifested, is not complete. So we'll see the next verse, what Lord says. So that Krishna explaining, Devaki Mataji, you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse 2. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Mayye Avesya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate
Shraddhaya parayospatas te me yukta tamamataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their mind on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith
Great.
are considered by me to be the most perfect. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Mataji, nice. Thank you. So here Krishna is saying, what did Krishna say? Those who have fixed their mind in the my what? My personal forms. So the Lord says my personal form. So Krishna has got his own personal form. We have seen in the previously that Krishna is Satchidananda. His form is eternal, blissful, and knowledge is Nirguna. Guna means material form is Nirguna. Yes, he doesn't have material form like us. That's why people are confused. How come God can be like me? I'm subjected to this threefold miseries, subject to the birth, death, old age, and some miseries, some stomach ache. This body is a lump of misery, isn't it? So we can't perceive. So the impersonalists, they can't perceive. Why? How should God dress his form? He cannot be like me. So their conceptions that God, they assume God as they going through all this human life. It's not like that. So, so the Lord's form is transcendental. See, so transcendental means above this our conceptions. Worship me with a great and transcendental faith. You must have a transcendental faith. Your transcendental faith means your faith is not subjected to material material considerations. So considered by me the most perfect. So Krishna is mentioning here. So the Krishna's form is, as I said, in the scripture says Nirguna. Nirguna is not material, it's not mundane form, but it's a spiritual form. And he has Paramatma, as I mentioned earlier, Paramatma is a Samashundra form. Paramatma and impersonal form is Brahman. So the Lord can be realized in the three aspects. Three aspects of understanding the Supreme Lord. Then, for those whose minds are attracted to unmanifested, what will happen? We see the klesha dikaras tesham avyakta shakta chetasam avyakta hi gati dukam deva adivir avapyate. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal future of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. Yes, to make progress in their discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. See, very nice revision. This is a revision from the level 1, text 5. You say, those who are unmanifested. So you are meditating on the impersonal aspect. Jodi, so advancement is troublesome. Why is advancement troublesome? Anyone can say, why is it troublesome? Here mentioned also Krishna. Anyone like to say, why is it troublesome? Yes, no. Understand what I'm trying to say?
Understand Prabhu, but don't know what is the answer.
Okay. See, because we are embodied. So Krishna says we are embodied. Embodied means we are conditioned. We are conditionally, we are thinking we are this body. So when the conditionally we are embodied, so it is difficult for us to advance, to meditate on the impersonal form, because there's no relationship. You are just like, for example, Devaki Mataji, I put in the one room full of light only, nothing else. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel too bright. Cannot
Bright.
focus on anything.
Yes, same thing. So you can sometimes you feel something, but as you go and go and go, why this is boring. So that's why the impersonal is what you go until they attain the Brahmavadi, Brahmajyoti. Once they attain the Brahmajyoti, so from there they see there's no depending how to depends on the Lord's and His mercy. There's no relationship because the jiva he is seeking for this. Jiva is always active. We want something to be active. So when there's no relationship, there's no activities, what happened? The jiva come down to when they attain the impersonal liberation. They come down again to this material world, and then they do all the pious activities. Pious activity means open hospital, some charity, schools, all this they do, the charity works. Because there's no relationship with the God, just in the impersonal aspect of God. So there's no, sambandha. So that's why they have to come down again in the material world, and then they engage in the pious activities. So that's why the advancement is troublesome. Krishna say the advancement for advancing to understand a lot. Whereas the next verse, Krishna say, whereas this is a nice verse. I would like to request Padmavati Mataji, you like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 verses 6 and 7. Etu sarvani karmani maye sanyasha matra param ananyanaiva yogena mam jayante upasate Tesham aham samudhata mridyo samsara sagara bhavami nachitat partha mayes sita chetasam. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engage in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pradha. For them, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks, Mother. See, so, but those who worship me and giving up all the activities, one who perform devotion service, like you accept Krishna is in the personal form. So when you have a personal relationship, so giving up all other activities without deviation, engage in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their mind upon me, O son of Pratha, for them I swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Swift deliverer. So easily we can he will be delivered from the ocean of birth and death. There's a nice story I like to share. This is mentioned in the Nectar Devotion. Actually, that's a Brahmana in South India. It's very, very poor person. So he don't have money to even engage in personal form, usually to worship, or to do puja, or to decorate the Lord with the ornaments. Nothing. He don't have any paisa. He just in the bank of the river. He just meditate and chant. So this Brahmana, what happened? So he was meditating. He was doing meditation, the personal form. Although he doesn't have anything to do, like we have some deity, in chapter 5 also mentioned how the Lord came in the Archa form, Archa Vigraha. Archa Vigraha is a deity form where then he accepts, is authorized Archa Vigraha. The Lord came in the appear in the form with the pratishtha, all this puja we done. Then the Lord accept the service. Just like you go to temple, we have a puja, isn't it? The pujari will do the puja, archana, and all this because that deity accept our service. So because the Lord, we have a relationship, we have a servant of God. So when you go to temple, you do some service render some service to the Lord, like cleaning temple, mopping, sweeping, cooking, making garlands, so sort of, dress the deity, sort of service we can do for the Lord. So it's a relationship, actually, relationship. So by doing so, you can relieve it from the ocean of birth and death. It's because the Lord is a swift deliverer. So it's promising. So this Brahmana is very, very poor. He doesn't have any money. So what he did, he just meditated in the bank of Kaveri river. Kaveri, nice holy river, Kaveri. So he was meditating and meditating. How he meditates? So he's meditating that. So he's meditating in the form of the Lord, and he was decorating the Lord. He was decorating, he's bathing the Lord. Actually, do Abhishek, take the water, Abhishek the Lord in the form of the Lord, and then deity forms. And then he, after bathing, he dress up and he put ornaments and he puts the crowns. Then after that, he would have to do Nevidya. Nevidya means offering. So he was doing offering. How? Because he doesn't have anything. So he was meditating in his mind. So meditation, in mind meditation, is just cooking sweet rice, sweet rice. So he was cooking sweet rice, boiling it and put the rice and milk, and then boiling it nicely, and then he keep aside because the sweet rice should be served chilled. Yeah, it shouldn't be hot, too much hot, So then, after some time, he wanted to test whether the sweet rice is offerable, is nice, cool, and can be offered to the Lord. So he was touching the sweet rice, and immediately his finger got burned. So when his finger is burned, immediately his meditation broke his meditation. Then in the Vaikuntha, the Lord is smiling at Lakshmi. So my devotee meditating is a very poor Brahmana, but is meditating on me. He was cooking a sweet rice, and I want to test the sweet rice. He's burned his finger. This is all going under meditation, meditating. He's not doing personally. So then immediately Lord Vishnu sent his Garuda Vimana, come down and deliver this Brahmana. Is a swift deliverer. See how the personal aspect of the Lord helps a devotee to go back home, back to God. It's easily. But for the impersonal, it's troublesome. So I hope you understand this point. There's another story. This is boatman and for devotees. This is a boatman for the devotees. The Lord is boatman. If we see the story of Ramayana, the boatman here, this is Lord Ram, Sita, Devi, and Lakshman. They want to cross the river. What river is this? What river? Sarayu, isn't it? Sarayu river. They want to cross the river. So the boatmen say, I cannot take you all. First the boatmen say, I cannot take you. Take all of you, told Ram. Because he told Ram, because when you touch my boat, it may turn to, from your dust, you may have some stones inside in your feet. So when you touch my boat, it turned to lady, just like you touched here. This is a Halia. Halia, when Lord Ram touched the stone turned into a lady. That's a Halia. Halia been cursed. So it turned into a lady. So then the boatmen say, if you touch if you touch my boat, maybe it turned to woman. So how am I going to have to survive without boat? And I going to get one lady, and I already got one daughter. How going to maintain another daughter? So I can't take you to the boat. And then Lord Ram said, don't worry. Then he put one condition. The boatman say, okay, you should wash your feet. You have to clean feet, then you can enter into my boat. How he strict that, Lord. And then Lord say, okay, I'm going to wash. No, I have to wash personally. Then the boatman did Pada Puja to Lord Ram. You see the Pada Puja? He washed nicely, and then he drink the water and then sprinkle his family. And then he took Lord Ram, Sita Ram, and Lakshman, the boat, and crossed the boat. And then after crossing, so Lord Ram say, I have to pay something to you. So I don't have money, but I give a ring. Sita having hearing, so she gave hearing. But the boatman didn't accept. He said, from boatman to boatman, I won't accept. I am boatman, you also boatman. He told Ram, you also boatman. And then Lord Ram say, no, I'm not a boatman, I'm Satriya. No, you are boatman. You are boatman, you will help cross over the material ocean. So he understood that he is the Lord who can cross everyone from this material birth, swift deliverer from the birth and death. So this is nice story from Ramayana. We've seen. So we will see the sloka on the Bhagavad Gita. What is it? Chapter 12, 88, where Krishna giving option for us in devotional service to perform the devotional service. Sumi Krishna Mataji, possible to read? Sumi Krishna Mataji, busy?
I'm okay, Prabhu.
Okay.
Okay, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse 8. Maeva mana adhastava mahi buddhi niveseya nivasiyasi maeva atha uttam na samsaya. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt.
Thanks, Madhi. So Krishna said, when you fix your mind upon me, it means you're thinking always about the Lord. So he's a first class. The Supreme Personality Godhead is engage all your intelligence. So 24 hours you're thinking of Krishna. So that's the best progress of devotion service. That's a first class and the best. Krishna say, this is this point is Krishna explaining. You are the best. Is like an example of spiritual master like Ambaresh Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. So you're always thinking of Krishna. You try to do expanding these preaching activities, telling others about the Lord. So Krishna giving the actually it's not stopping from there. Excuse me. So Krishna not stopping from there. Krishna is going further. But Prabhupada also giving example. We can see an example of Prabhupada. Because Prabhupada he from the beginning he was practicing Krishna consciousness because his father is a devotee. So from the age of I think in the age of 6, the father given a deity of Radha Krishna. So he was he was doing puja at that time. So he was engaging, always thinking of Krishna, and he arranged Radha Yatra festivals. So this is first class devotee. So always engaging in 24 hours in the service of the Lord. So, but not everyone able to do that, isn't it? So Krishna giving options. So the second option Krishna giving, this is the first, is the best, he say, first class. Then the second option, so he gave. Krishna is so merciful, no? Yogalingam Prabhu, you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Revision from level 1. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, point 9. Ata chitam samadhatum na shaknoshi mayi sitram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichaptum dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Thanks, Baba. So this is a devotion service. Yeah. Oh, we know. If you cannot fix your mind, if you cannot fix always 24 hours thinking of Krishna, then follow the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga. What is the regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga? Anyone knows? Anyone would like to answer? What is
Yes,
the regulative?
Prabhu.
What is the regulative?
Do service for
Yeah,
the
what,
needy,
yeah, what type of service?
preparing food, give them a food.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
what is here? Wake up
meditate
early.
early
Wake up
morning before
early.
the sunrise.
And yeah, we have to wake up early in the morning and do sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means, what is sadhana bhakti? Sadhana bhakti is like a wake up in the morning, do chanting, and do sadhana by worshipping, and by dressing the Lord, and then reading. All these are sadhana for us. Sadhana bhakti is also like arranged marriage. It's like arranged marriage. Wife is arranged marriage. She does not know what is husband like. So she here to flow. Then she becomes spontaneous, isn't it? So we don't know the person, but the parents are arranging a marriage. So we don't know what is sadhana bhakti, but devotee asks you to do sadhana bhakti. Okay, I perform devotion. I just chant. Morning we chant together, and then we perform devotion activities. We cook for the Lord, and then this is chanting in front of Tulasi and associating with the devotees. So by doing so, by regularity, what's happened? What happened? By engaging in sadhana, regulative principle of bhakti, sadhana bhakti, what will happen? What's the result? What's the result? Anybody like to answer? This is a quiz answer. Yeah. Krishna answering here what?
Become,
Huh?
He will be blessed by the Lord.
No, the answer is here. The answer is here.
Desire to attain Krishna.
Yeah, in this way you develop a desire. Develop the desire to attain Krishna. Yes. So by performing devotional service, that's why we are chanting, reading, remembering, worshipping, all these. When you perform regulative principle of Bhakti Yoga, so you develop a desire to attain Him. Then if you cannot do this, what is another option? Krishna giving that also, the next verse. Yeah, next verse Krishna say. Nanda Mataji, you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse 10. Abhyasepi asamartosi madkarma paramo bhava mad artam api karmani purvan siddhim avapsyasi. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage.
Yeah, thanks, Mati. This is the third class. Third class means being a sympathetic towards Krishna consciousness activity. So you want to do some activities of Krishna consciousness, then you try to work for me. So like work, you know, you offer some fruits. You may work for BBT books, book distributions, or you work for in the garden of Krishna, or you know. So all these activities, which is selling books, collect some donation for Vishnu temple, work for the community, slowly food for life, we're going to give free vegetarian food, prasadam. So all this is meant for remembering Krishna. If you not follow the regulatory principle, at least you come to that platform, then Krishna say, work for me, you will come to the perfect stage. This is all perfect stage. Just like it, earlier you see George Harrison, the Bhaktivedanta Manor temple. George Harrison, example, he giving donation to Bhaktivedanta Manor. He donated the temple as well. He also donated for the books publication, like Krishna book. If you see Krishna book, he donated that time in 70s. He gave, I think, around 5,000 euro or dollar, I'm not sure. So he gave some for Prabhupada to publish his Krishna book. So he worked for Krishna. So although they can't do profound devotional service, sadhana bhakti, or 24 hours cannot fix their mind, but Krishna say, you work for him, work for me. So you can work in this way. You can give, your hard-earned money to offer to Krishna. So in this way, you attain perfect stage. You come to the perfect stage. And if you cannot do this also, Krishna also are giving option. So nice. This is a revision from level 1 also. Would request Venugopal Mataji, Shamala Mataji. Shamala Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse 11. Ataitat api asaktosi kartum mat yogam ashritaha sarva karma phala tyagam tatha kuru yatat mavan. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. So it's like this is a fourth class. I mean, fourth class means Dana Dharma, service to the mankind. Good cause. Dana Dharma, this is like here, they've been donated for the COVID. You see the COVID doctors and nurses, the equipments of the COVID, and some, many in India, Hinduja, Tata company, they give charity for this purpose, for save the people, mankind. That good cause, just like this actor, I don't know who's this guy, but he's an actor, so he give a police force some Lashmi, some money for the works. So like this, they do work, some charity, for the COVID, for society, some helping in the charity for the homes, welfare homes, children, those who are suffering without food, So this is called Dana Dharma. So they can do some kind of pious activity so there will be the result of their work to be self-situated. At least they're situated in the self. self-situated. So at least something they do for the Lord, for others. And then if you can't do that, this is another option Krishna gave. What is this? Krishna in the 12th text, Krishna is saying this. Here we see Divya Mataji, you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Shreyo hi Janam Abhya
Sorry.
Janat Danyam Vishisyate
This is it.
Danyanat Karma Pala Tyagach Chandir Anartaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of
Peace
mind.
of mind. Thanks, Madhuri. So, like, if you cannot take this to practice, what you'll do, you engage in the study of cultivation of knowledge, study Vedas, Puranas, study. So this is for the common persons who are cannot be fixed in their mind, you cannot engage in sadhana bhakti, you cannot give charity, you cannot do work for Krishna, you cannot give charity. So you study. Okay, you study Vedas. And then better than that is knowledge. However, it's a meditation. So you meditate. Krishna says you meditate. And better than that in renunciation of the fruit of actions. So you renounce the fruits of actions. For such renunciation, you can attain peace of mind. It means this verse, it's not a conclusion. No? Sometimes people take this verse, oh, Krishna say, oh, you renounce everything, fruits of action, and this is the best. It's better than the cultivation of knowledge. Of course, this is not a devotional service. We are talking about common renunciations. But previously, Krishna mentioned the progressive of devotion service we have seen. So we will be seeing the later graph is showing here. Yeah, this is a progressive stage of devotion. So here he says here, this is a revise from the previous chapter, previous text. His mind fixed in Krishna. That's the best, isn't it? We have seen text 8. Text 8, Krishna says, if your mind is fixed in Krishna, that's the best. This is the first level. Second level is what? Second level is, anyone you like to read? Madheshwari Mataji, you like to read? What is second level? Madheshwari. Regulative principle of bhakti. So this is, when you do this, what will happen? When you do this, what will happen?
Develop desire to serve Krishna.
Yeah, develops a desire to serve Krishna. So anyone follow this. And then the third one, third level, work for Krishna. So when you work for Krishna, this is third level. Huh? When you work for Krishna, what will happen?
Come to the stage of devotion service.
Come to the stage of devotion service. It means you have a desire, you will come. When you work for Krishna, automatically you want to come to devotions, to stage of devotion service. You want to do devotion service actually. And then the fourth we see, renunciation, cultivation, knowledge, meditation, purification. What is the result? We get purified. We are purified, peace and gradual developments. So that's how we are developed, So that's why we have to perform all these renunciation. Krishna is very, very open, very liberal. Krishna doesn't give, because Krishna knows everyone is in the trimurta meditation, in a different level of understanding, different level of consciousness. So ultimately Krishna wanted to bring them the top level. to understand, we fix the mind in Krishna. So in order to fix the mind in Krishna, so we have to gradually do all these activities. So the connection out. Can you hear me now, Mataji, Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
Can.
Yes, Prabhu.
Some
Yes,
connection,
can hear you.
connection problem here. Okay, now, yeah, I should share the screen. Okay. So we are, so now Krishna gradually bring us to the top level. So top level is to fix the mind in Krishna. That's why Krishna said in the verse 9, chapter 9, text last verse, Krishna manmana man bhakto madhyaji manus, fix your mind. Think of me always. So when we do think of Krishna, so we can't think all the time. So that's why we have activities. So the performance of devotion service activities, which is culminate to bring us to the level of thinking of Him. So the activity is very important. So now we are seeing the qualities of devotees. In chapter 12, 13 to 19, we see Mateshwari Mataji, you like to read? Mataji, Mateshwari Mataji, busy? Okay. Tangeshwari Mataji, okay, can, okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
First class, this is a quality of first class for devotee. Can read this?
Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu. Dealings with Lord. Determined, mind and intelligent, fixed on Lord, engaged in devotional service, and then the dealing with other living entities is non-envious, away from contaminating association.
So yeah, wait, Mataji. So dealing with the Lord, determined, just like Prahlad Maharaj's story of Brahman, later we'll see how he's determined to do dealing with the Lord is first class quality of devotee, and mind intelligent, fixed on the Lord, engaged in devotion service all the time. So that is one. That's a first class. And next, Mataji. Next,
Thank you, Prabhu.
No, next you can read this. Dealing with carry on.
Dealing with other living entities is non-envious, away from contaminating association.
Yeah, not envious means you're not envious to someone. So away from contamination association means you're not associating with somebody or contaminating. Just like, for example, what is Dasarath, second wife? Kausalya, no. Kaikeyi, isn't it? So Kaikeyi is so nice with the Lord Ram actually. But somehow or other when she associated with mantra, so mantra is just envious personalities. So because of her association,
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
yeah, Mataji.
Line is breaking.
Line is breaking, huh?
Prabhu.
Can't hear me, huh?
Yeah.
My God.
On and off.
Oh, wait, I check the line. Okay. Something wrong with the internet here. Unify, we have Unify here, but I'm using.
Okay, Prabhu, now. It's okay.
Okay, yeah?
Hare Krishna, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can hear. Huh? Okay, good. So mantra, because of the mantra association, a bad association, so Kaikeyi also, she turned, and the affection to Lord Ram is turned into that you want to exile him to the forest. So, and he want to put his son Bharat as a king. So this is association. So we have to away from the contaminating association. That Asat Sangha, I say Asat Sangha. The third one, Mataji, you have to read again.
Okay, Prabhu. Reaction when things happen to him is satisfied, equipoised,
No,
and
number
tolerant.
three. Number three, quality. Quality.
Sorry, Prabhu. Attitude towards oneself is free from sense of proprietorship, false ego, I'm not the body, and endeavor, self-satisfied.
Yeah.
Satisfied.
So it means a sense proprietorship. I'm the owner. I'm the. But the demons is different. They want to own the proprietorship, but for the devotee's attitude towards oneself is I'm just a servant. I'm not this body. I'm the servant. So he endeavor for self-perfections. So this is the quality of devotee. So he wanted to realize who am I, what I'm doing here, what's the relationship with me and the Lord, what I supposed to do for the Lord, pleasure. So this is the mood, the attitude towards the oneself. And then the last one, Mataji.
Reaction when things happen to him is satisfied, equipoised, tolerant, Prabhu.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. So when you do all this, what will happen? He's satisfied. So the reaction when things happen to him, it means whatever things happen, so you're not being disturbed. Just like Mahaprabhu says, the not api sunichena, tarorapi sayasuna, amanina manadina, kirtanya sadari. So it means you are humble like a blade of grass, tolerance like a tree. If you say the tree, even some guy go and cut the trees or cut the branch, twigs. So they are not retaliate. They're not disturbed. They just tolerate. Even in grass, you step in the grass never retaliate, never fight back. So this is a humble like a tree, tolerance like and he's satisfied, self-satisfied. Whatever you get, whatever you have, you're satisfied. You're not greedy. And he keeps us to every living entity. You see everyone is part and parcel of God. So then this is a quality. We are satisfied with what we are going through, our reaction when things happen to him. So this is a qualities mentioned here from text 13 to 19. So very nice quality Krishna explained here. And then satisfied nature of the devotees. We see the nature of the devotees. Satisfied nature of the devotees. This is all devotion service. Tangeshwari Mataji, you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Tatete no kampam shusham samanyo bhujana evatma kritam vipapakam vitvak vapurvi vidadam namaste evetayo mukti padesa daya bhag. My dear thought, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim.
Rightful claim, yeah, thanks, Mataji. So this is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, 14, 8. So if you are rightful, you become a rightful claims. Daya Bak. Daya means a rightful claim. So earnestly wait for your bestow your causeless mercy upon him, while he patiently suffering reaction of past mistake and offering you respect, obeisance is heart. As you see in when you are perform devotional service to the Lord, your heart, your words, your body surely eligible for liberation. Yes, we've seen the qualities. So you see, these qualities all when we imbibe in us, when we follow, then your rightful claims. So Krishna says you become a rightful claims. You are able to get liberations. So liberation is when you perform. In other words, when you perform devotion service, the liberation. Another way say liberation is stand in your doorstep. So you not seek for liberation. Where is the liberation? I want to attain liberation. You don't need to seek for liberation. So you become a rightful claim. You have a right to claim, and that is automatically comes to us when you perform devotion service. So that's the power of devotion service mentioned here. Yeah. This is nice also. Sintuja Mataji, you'll have to read this.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 verses 20. Yetu dharmam tam idam yaktoptam paryupasade dadatna parama bhaktaste tiva me priya. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. So those who follow the imperishable path, so those who are following the path of devotion service, imperishable, part of devotion service is imperishable, it's never perish, it's always eternal, existing, and when he engaged, he or she engaged, he completely engaged with themselves in the faith, making me the supreme goal, is very, very dear to the Lord. Krishna say, just for example, we can see how Prahlad Maharaj in Bhagavatam says how he performed devotional service in all the oaths. I mean, in any situations, he performed devotion service. So difficulties, is difficult situation, because when what do you call Hiranyakashipur was doing tapasya. He was doing tapasya. This is Hiranyakashipu, is Prahlad Maharaj's father. So he was in the womb of his mother, Kayadu. So actually Kayadu, when he was doing tapasya, Kayadu was Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of his mother Kayadu. So that time the Devas come and attack, want to kill Prahlad Maharaj. So, but Narada Muni stopped, and Narada Muni said, this is going to be a great devotee of the Lord, Prahlad Maharaj. He won't be a demon like his father. So since Narada Muni giving a protection to his mother Kayadu, so he kept in the ashram until the tapasya over, until Hiranyakashipu returned. So Narada Muni kept her in the ashram, and then he speak on Bhagavatam to Kayadu. But actually Prahlad Maharaj was hearing, Kayadu was sleeping actually. But Kayadu, Prahlad Maharaj was hearing in the womb of mother Kayadu. So he was hearing and hearing until when he take birth. So he become great devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. He was preaching to his classmates, all these demon children. So he was preaching about Narayana, or hearing, chanting, remembering the importance of hearing and chanting the names of the Lord. So he is glorifying the Lord, although they are the demons' families. All these are the demon parampara. But because Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee, great devotee, so he become, he also preaching, and then his father came, and then father asking, what you learn in the Gurukul, what you learn, what is the joyous time you're in the school. That's why he's just 5 years old, no, Prahlad Maharaj. So then the Prahlad Maharaj replied, the joyous is to chant the holy name, hearing and chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Parasayam, all this he was telling, and then father become very angry, you know. So in that situation, so father Hiranyakashipu, what he says, the demons, you know, he want to claim himself as a god. Then what happened? He wanted to kill Prahlad Maharaj just because he was not accepting him as a god. Because this is a demonic nature, no? Demonic nature is they want them to be recognized as a god. So then he was thrown, he wanted to be punished and to be killed. So you see here, Prahlad Maharaj, the demons, they put him in the wild elephant to stab the wild elephant to kill him. But somehow or other, Vishnu protected him. Still he was chanting Krishna's name. In different, he was chanting and hearing, remembering the Lord. And then Lord protected him. And then here, so this is Narada, sorry, stop this. Kayadu, this is Kayadu's mother. And then he threw in the river, throw in the cliff, and the cliff to kill. The demons throw in the cliff, stop the elephant, still it never die. And throw in the hill, given poison, still never die. So they try so many ways to kill Prahlad Maharaj, but because of his convictions, full faith in the Lord, in devotion service, full convictions in the Lord, then the Lord is giving protection. Finally, Hiranyakashipu asking, where you get this Sakti? I mean, where you're getting all this? Then he said, wherever you are getting the Sakti from the Supreme Lord, I am so getting from that. So then again he become very angry. Hiranyakashipu, then Hiranyakashipu say, where's your Lord? And then my Lord is everywhere. So then, because it's a full convictions, in devotional service, full conviction, my Lord will present in the pillar. So because of that convictions, with the full convictions, the Lord Narsimhadev appeared from the pillar. And then he killed his demons, Hiranyakashipu. So this is what power of devotional service. In any circumstance, without failure, when we perform devotional service, the Lord is like a swift deliverer. He gives protection to his devotees. Yeah. So it's nicely explained here in the Bhagavatam, into 7. And here we can see how we can perform devotional service. How we can do what we can do. What we can do?
Chanting.
Yes, we can do chanting, we can do reading, hearing, and then what is this? What we can see? This is a Tulsi Jala Dan. Tulsi Jala Dan. First, I mean, in India, there's a summer season, so we worship Tulsi, isn't it? So when the summer, there's no water, so they keep water here, drips, you know. So they do this seva, Tulsi Jala Dan seva. But of course, daily you can circumambulate Tulsi by chanting Yani Kani Chapa Pani Brahmahatari Chani Cha Tani Tani Pranashanti Pradashana Pade Pade. It says while worshipping Tulsi, pouring water 3 times, water, and then you circumambulate, you chant this Yani Kani Chapa Pani, even the sin of killing a brahmanas will eradicate by simply worshipping Tulasi Devi, because Tulasi is very, very dear to Supreme Lord Krishna. So Krishna Tadiyanam Samarchanam. Tadiyana means whatever related to the Lord. His devotee, his Tulasi, everything very dear to Lord. So when you worship Tulasi, so because Tulasi is very dear to Krishna, so we will become dear to the Lord. So this is a significance of worshipping Tulasi. So every morning you can have your Tulasi, you can have nice vase, and then you can have a skirt on her, cover with the skirt, and then you can chant in front of her. That will be 1,000 times powerful by chanting in front of 100 times, I think, 100 times in front of Tulasi. So that's part of devotion service, what we can do practically. I'm talking about practical devotion service, what we can do. This is all we can be done. We cannot be like a Prahlad Maharaj, fix all his 24 hours. But at least while performing sadhana bhakti is chanting, hearing, Tulasi puja, worshipping, and then offering. This is what? We are offering bhoga to Krishna. So we take Krishna prasadam. So by taking Krishna prasadam, we get purifications. We are getting the mercy of the Lord. So the mercy of the Lord, by performing this, so we attain perfections. So this is very easy. Even you say haram, you get benefit. That's one story in Muslim man who was in India, so open air, so they passed tool. So in the open, so the pig come and chase the man. I mean, the pig usually is a bandaraya, cleaning, doing cleaning job. So he wanted to eat the stool, but this Muslim, they say haram. So he say haram, haram, he ran away from the pig. So he ran away and he ran, and then he fell into the cliff. And he was chanting haram, haram, haram. So when he sorry, can you hear now? Hare Krishna. Can you hear me? Can you hear? Sorry, bro, the connection, something wrong here.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, So when he chant haram, 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 ram, 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 so he chanted Ram name. So then he attained liberation. So imagine how by unattentively was chanting, and then he got that moksha. But imagine when we perform direct devotion service to the Lord, so we'll be benefited. Okay, so nice. So maybe we can, we like to chant together one round, maybe all of us, we have still got time, 50, about 15 minutes. So we can chant for maybe 10, 11 minutes. Yeah, everyone got the beats? We like to chant one round together with Prabhupada chanting. Okay? Yes, no? Hare Krishna. Can hear?
Can hear Prabhu.
So we chant one round, is it okay with Prabhupada?
Can. We're just a little breaking.
Yeah. So you can get a beats. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, very sorry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So it's nice to chant together. So every morning when you do perform sadhana bhakti, so by this way we attain perfection, desire to serve Krishna. Okay, can you hear me? Sorry for the internet connection. Something wrong here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you try to get all this knowledge from Srimad Bhagavatam. We have this is 12 cantos, 18 volumes available in all language, Tamil, English. So we also encourage you to get these kits for your friends, Gita kit. And here, headquarters. You have any questions? So any questions, any comments you have to ask regarding this devotional service? This very nice chapter, chapter 12. Chapter 12 is like cream. As I say, from chapter 7 to chapter 12 is like a devotional service is like a cream of the Bhagavad Gita, the essence, most important aspect of Gita. So if you have any question in this, otherwise we'll be end here. So please do chant. Please do chant and regularly. Then by performing devotional service, by hearing, chanting, remembering, so we are able to come to the platform. Krishna giving options. There's a 4 options, 5 options. So if you cannot fix your mind in Krishna, so you do regulative principle, bhakti yoga, develop desire to serve him. Then you work for Krishna, come to the stage of devotional service. Then you renounce cultivation of knowledge, meditation. So all these are mentioned in this chapter. It's a wonderful chapter. So thank you very much. So we'll be seeing you all next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Prabhu, thank you.
Some internet problem. Malapu. Connection problem.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Congratulations, Prabhu. See you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare.